Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our week ahead reading. This will be for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whether that's your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus. Just be sure to watch all your signs and take the messages as they resonate with you. For information on private readings, just check the description box below. If you want to look at the specials that I'm running, that is also below in the description box. And please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you if you've done that already. I'm using the Spacious Tarot, the Dark Mansion Tarot, and the Messages from Your Angels Oracle deck. You also have other weekly readings because this is timeless. You can check out any timeless reading on the channel, really, to check out as well. This is my second attempt at recording this video, so whatever I was talking about in the previous one, I took that to mean that it's just not your message, so we're redoing the reading. Alright, let's start with Taurus 107 roughly. Hi Taurus, if you're skipping ahead, please be sure to watch the intro as well. I was in the middle of your reading when my software just stopped working, so we're redoing your reading. I guess that wasn't your message. What's going on for Taurus in the week ahead? Ace of Wands, Guardian of Swords, that's the Queen of Swords, it's the challenge. Knight of Wands in the outcome. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So, there is something that you've been working on, Ace of Swords under that, and something that there was a plan behind it, there was a strategy behind it. You're trying to work your way up to achieving full potential in a situation, to achieve some sort of change, advancement when it comes to your money, to your work, even love life, whatever it is, okay? The current situation, we have the Ace of Wands. There's a new beginning offered to you. This could be a new job, this could be a new venture proposed to you, this could be someone who just sparks your passion, your creativity, and then there's some sort of opportunity around that. The challenge, we have the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords is a challenge. It could be that you're a little jaded, so I don't know if this is someone you already know, or if this is something that was discussed or promised to you before and it didn't happen. So you're a little bit like, I don't really know if I can trust you in that type of energy. And for those of you, the challenge is paperwork, documentation, the law, and all its requirements, right, that you have to go through, inspections, that kind of situation. In the outcome, we do have the Knight of Wands. So this is job change or advancement with career. This is changing where you live. This could be exciting, passionate times when it comes to love life. But it's like things are moving very quickly. So I feel like something that you've been working towards, it's been taking its sweet time. I feel like that's why you're in the Queen of Swords energy, where you're like, I don't even know if I can believe you. Because I heard this before, we discussed this before, you promised this before, I tried this before. But it's like something is coming in now and it's different with the Ace of Wands. It's different than before, if that's the case, if that's the situation. Okay, and you have very fast-paced energy once you agree to this, once you take this opportunity. Does that make sense? So let's clarify for Taurus. The Ace of Wands is the Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords with the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Wands with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's something here where you don't trust. And the King of Cups under that. You don't trust what is being offered, or you don't trust what the conversation is. I feel like it's a situation where, again, this was a false start before with the Eight of Cups there. Something that you tried over and over, whether it's with a person or to progress your career or your business, whatever it is, okay? Take it as it makes sense to you. But it's something where it was a false start before, okay? It started, you got all excited, and then for whatever reason it went away. Whoever you were talking to went away, the situation, the opportunity, it just kind of dissipated, just kind of went away. You had to walk away from it. Obviously that has left you feeling very hurt, betrayed with the Ten of Swords. like you wasted your time, like someone tricked you in making the promises they made or in starting whatever they started and then they took off. And that's why, even though there's a lot of progress and progression possible here with the Seven of Swords, I feel like you're keeping your eyes wide open, looking for any sort of red flag. I feel like you're very tentative in your approach to this, okay? Yes, you see progress. Yes, you see things starting to develop, but you're still very circumspect because you got this far before. Does that make sense? So it's like, I'm not impressed that I got this far because I've been here before. So I'm just going to wait and see what else is developing. And so if this is a situation where someone's trying to come back into your life, you're like, well, I don't really trust you. I'll give you a chance because I can see you're, doing some things that you didn't necessarily do before, or there's something different this time around. So you're like, I'm going to give this a chance, but I'm not holding my breath. So let's see. 9 of Swords. Let's clarify for Taurus, the energies of the week ahead. 2 of Wands. So yeah, you're left with a choice now. Do you give this a shot? Do you keep going in the direction that you have been going until now because this wasn't working out? 4 of Swords is a challenge. The Emperor and the outcome. 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you're very conflicted about this. This could be in your work situation or in your environment, or even with love life, okay? There's choices, there's options with the 5 of Wands. This could also be someone trying to get your attention. This could be, a fire sign rushing in. They were a night before, flighty. They couldn't keep their promises. They weren't sticking around. My camera's doing this thing again. We got this far last time, funnily enough, and it started acting up. I'm going to try to finish this. And I feel like this person is now showing up as the Emperor, but you don't believe that they're an emperor, right? This is what you were asking of them in the first place, and they kept promising you and never delivering. And now you're like, I don't believe you're an emperor. You tell me you are. You're showing me different things than you did before, so fine, I'll give you a chance. But I'm not holding my breath, okay, is what I'm seeing here. And this could be with love, but I'm also seeing work here where this is a boss that keeps promising you a better role or that raise or that promotion, and then just nothing happens. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like you're going to have a choice for some of you. For some of you, this is the situation finally playing out the way you hoped. But like I say, you're not sure if you can trust it. For others of you, this is something you were dealing with and it's not going very well, okay? And something external coming in, an offer that is external that you weren't necessarily looking for. And so now you're left with a choice. Do I continue to invest in the situation that has shown me time after time that it's not going to go anywhere, right? Or do I shift course completely? What's in my best interest, okay? So you're going to have some choices to make here, Taurus. Okay, we got through it. Looks like it's done acting up. You got some choices to make. Someone's trying to... Spoke too soon. Someone's trying to show you that, they can do better, they've changed, they can fulfill their promises to you now, and you're like, well, I'm not sure I believe you. And if that's the tone, if there's trust issues there already, how far can you get with this before it all happens again? Does that make sense? At the bottom of the deck, we have Mystique. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. So my camera is going to, and it's not the camera, it's the software. I need to figure out a different software. Driving me up the wall. This is telling you to keep charging ahead and not take no for an answer. That means don't settle, don't compromise. Okay, this isn't the time. And if someone is offering you less than what you know you deserve, just say no and keep going, right? Because I feel like there's a different choice presented to you, okay? Isabella, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So I feel like something that is new, that is offered to you, is your best choice, okay? It's so much better than this that you've been waiting on. and it's shown you time after time that it can't go anywhere, right? I feel like for some of you, someone's doing this intentionally, right? Like they know they're making empty promises, but they want to string you along. For others of you, this is not, malicious. It's just that they really can't keep their word. They really can't fulfill their promises to you, right? They're trying to be better, but it is what it is. Does that make sense? And Indriel, you're a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. So with this is just telling you, trust your instinct. Okay, trust your instinct, trust your intuition about this situation, because I feel like you've already seen this person's true colors. You've already seen the true situation, right? The truth behind it, what it really is. And this is just telling you to trust it, okay? It's telling you to trust it. But whatever you're dealing with, I feel like, yeah, for some of you already one foot out the door, and that's why this person now feels like, oh my God, I need to make an effort to keep Taurus here. But it's like, keep charging ahead, keep going, okay? You've already made up your mind, you've made the right choice, as it were, to just keep going. Don't doubt yourself, don't second guess yourself, don't settle, okay? Because what you're headed towards is a lot better for you, okay? So trust yourself and follow through. And for others of you, this is like, you're not necessarily one foot out the door, but you already know, even though you keep waiting and you keep giving this person chances, you already know that this is all it can be. Does that make sense? It can't go any further, whether it's because someone doesn't want it to and they're not telling you, or because someone they just can't be better, right? This is who they are. All right, so I feel like that's the situation. But trust yourself. You're making the right choices, right? You're seeing things for what they are, so trust that, and pretty much, act accordingly. But I'll leave that with you. Hopefully the reading helps you if you are dealing with these situations. Okay. All right. So, moving on to Virgo. Hi Virgo, thanks for joining us. Sorry if the camera freezes. I have no words. But I'm just trying to make sure that I get the readings out to you and you have them for your week ahead. And as always, remember to watch the intro as well if you're skipping ahead. So let's see what's going on for Virgo in the week ahead. Virgo in the week ahead. The Knight of Swords is the situation, 8 of Wands as the challenge, and the 10 of Wands in the outcome. The bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. Interesting. Okay. So, Virgo, be careful. Someone's going to try to rush you into making a commitment without you even knowing what you're committing to. Does that make sense? Someone's going to rush you into agreeing to something that in the end becomes so overwhelming to you. It becomes such a burden. But they want you to make the decision quickly or make the promise quickly before you have a chance to actually realize what they're asking, to actually realize what you would be signing on to. Does that make sense? Page of Pentacles. It could be, someone, I feel like someone's making you a promise. It's just a page though, right? So someone's making you a promise of something tempting with the Devil, something you want to hear. But the situation is, with the Knight of Swords, they're like, so just take it, just agree to it, just sign on the dotted line, just say you'll do it, right? Take the opportunity, take me back, do this, do that, commit to this, sign on to that. And it's a very fast, slightly pressured actually, with the Knight of Swords. Because like, do it type energy, right? Before you have a chance to think, before you have a chance to ask questions, before you have a chance to look deeper into the situation. Okay, because that's your challenge. Another speedy energy with the 8 of Wands. Someone's rushing you into making a commitment, a promise, signing on to something before you realize what a burden it actually is. 10 of Wands. I feel like for some of you, this is something where no one wants to do this, right? If it's at work or even like within family dynamic, okay? It's a responsibility no one wants because they know it's messed up. They know it's too much for one person to handle. And whoever's in charge of the situation or trying to control the situation, they're coming to you thinking Virgo will do it. I'll get Virgo to do it. Okay, I'll show them something tempting. I'll make a promise, say something I know they want to hear. Okay, this could be where, for example, a boss is asking you to take on something else, right, in terms of work, and you're already maxed out, but they're like, look, if you did this would look really, really good to, the execs or the board, or, for, the people who decide who gets promotions, or, you know what I mean? If you were to do this would really increase your chances of getting that job, of getting that raise. But they're not putting it in writing. They're not making it official. They're not, you know what I mean? They're just saying this to you to tempt you into accepting this. Okay? And as soon as they're telling you what this would do for you, right? They're like, okay, so have you had a chance to think about it, because they're not even going to ask you that because they don't want you to think about it. They're like, okay, so let's do this. What are you doing? What's taking so long? Sign on the dotted line. Send me that, confirmation by email so you have it in writing or whatnot. You know what I mean? And they'll pressure you. And then they'll be like, put your name on it. Okay, Virgo's in charge of this, and pass you over. And then I feel like a bunch of requests or a bunch of people come at you, or a bunch of, fix this, do this as part of this new responsibility, right? And it's just such a burden. It's just so overwhelming. So Virgo, I want you to be extra careful, and I want you to say, I need more time to think, to ask questions. And if someone's just trying to pressure you, that's your answer, okay, right there, to say no to whatever this is. And if it's something where you kind of do want this, just make sure it's in writing. Everything's explained, everything's assigned, right, in writing for everyone to see. So there's no chance of, oh, yeah, you also have to do this. And you're like, but I didn't agree to this. We didn't discuss this. And they're like, yeah, but it's kind of part of everything. Do you know what I mean? And then they keep adding stuff to you. So just be careful with that, okay? I'm seeing that. Same situation when it comes to love. Someone's trying to rush you or rush a connection. But I feel like it's because they want something out of it, to pass something on to you, to share a burden with you, or actually just pass it on to you, you know what I mean? In the guise of, well, we're a couple now, so my issues are your issues, my problems are your problems. Okay, so just be careful. Let's clarify for Virgo. The Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands with the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so ask questions. Push back. Don't be afraid to push back. Okay, this is Queen of Swords energy. Push back. Be firm. Ask for everything in writing. Ask for everything confirmed with other people, right? Other people to review it and approve it before you agree to anything. Ask for time. Ask questions. Just ask questions. Ask for details, and ask for things to be specific or specified with whatever it is. The Queen of Cups with the Eight of Wands, they're trying to play on your emotions to rush you into this, or they're trying to play victim for you to save them. Okay, someone's just trying to pull at your heartstrings with this, and that's how they get to get you to agree to whatever they want you to agree to. Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. It will be, I feel like whatever this is, it would throw you off balance so bad. The promise is more money, or the promise is increased stability, or the promise is a future together. But this is asking you to question, is it worth it? Because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be difficult, painful, cost you money, cost you time, cost you energy, cost you your health for some of you. And it's like, is it really worth it? All right, but ask to have all the information before you can make your mind up. And if they're not willing to do that, that's your answer to say no right then and there, and to know that you're not missing out on anything. Okay, so let's see, clarify for Virgo. See, Page of Pentacles again. Yeah, someone's offering you. But I don't like the Devil there. The Devil tells me that there's a lot unsaid. Three of Swords is a challenge, yeah. And then Four of Pentacles in the outcome. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So someone's talking to you about advancement, promotion, more money, commitment of any kind. Take it as it makes sense, right? And they're talking to you about the future possibilities. If only you did this. But look, Three of Swords. This is like, for some of you, this is someone playing victim. For those of you, this is an ex coming back, trying to pull out your heartstrings, to save them, to help them. Or even a family member, doesn't have to be an ex. Someone who's taking advantage of your feelings for them. Someone who takes advantage of your emotions towards them, right? And for those of you, this is like, if it's with work or that kind of environment, I feel like this is someone who's disappointed you before, and now they're trying to come in and get you to do something they want you to do and make it fast. And you're just sitting there thinking, seriously? Where is this coming from? What gives you the right to ask this of me? You've already disappointed me. You're not keeping your promises to me. Why are you rushing me into making more promises to you? Right? So there could be a little, a bit of a touchy conversation, but that's why you have the Queen of Swords there telling you to push back. Don't be afraid to push back. Because they're promising you more money or increased stability. Again, I'm seeing that with the Four of Pentacles. But the message is, again, is it worth it with that Ten of Wands there? Because I feel like they're asking too much for what they're actually offering you in return. Okay, like even in this Two of Pentacles, it's not in balance. Someone's coming with a smaller pentacle and demanding you bring this bigger pentacle to the table, right? So they're making a little bit of an investment. You have to put in the rest. And with the Ten of Wands, it will be a lot. It will be too much for you to bear. It's not something that can be sustained. They may even say that this is going to be something temporary. Take this on temporarily until we get someone else in, and then it just becomes your job. It just becomes part of your job. And there's no further need to hire new people because you're doing it already. Does that make sense? So just be extra careful, Virgo. Push back, ask questions, get things clarified, know exactly what it is that you're signing on for. So let's see it. Oracle advice for Virgo for the week ahead. Because I don't like that Devil there. This is someone who knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing, okay? Ariel, new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through steady prayer and meditation. So this is, again, it's just telling you, flip's sake, man. My camera froze again. Honestly, I'm spending today looking for new software because this is ridiculous. Sorry, guys. This is telling you to listen to your intuition. Something is being highlighted for you. Something is being revealed to you, but it's intuitive, right? Because even in the card, you see all those clouds. I feel like someone's coming in and trying to confuse you into, making some sort of a commitment. And it's crucial for you to listen to your intuition. Patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So again, this is telling you slow it right down. Slow it down. Ask for questions. Gain information. Learn more about what it is that they're actually asking of you. Okay? This is not the time to be impulsive. And Teresa, time out. See? You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. This is saying just put a pause on everything. Because this is going to be, you're going to be rushed, okay, into making a decision or making a commitment that you don't have all the information. It's actually deeper than what they're telling you. It's actually more complicated or more complex than what they're telling you. And this is even like with some of you who are just dating someone. They're not telling you their full backstory, which is very complicated, slightly dramatic. And again, I feel like it's someone trying to rush you, because if you're a couple, then their problems are your problems too, and they see that you can help them fix their problems. Does that make sense? Or just you deal with them all together? Okay, so your message is to slow it right down. Slow it down. Ask questions. This is not the time to act. Okay, you might even say, you know what, give me this week to think about it. All right, and if it's someone who's just refusing to give you time to figure it out, someone who, this software is making me crazy. They're refusing to give you time to think about it. They're trying to rush you no matter what. They're trying to bypass things like, oh, that's not important right now. We can discuss that later. You know what I mean? Just say no. You're like, okay, I don't feel confident enough. I don't have enough information to know what I'm signing on to, so I'm not going to do it. End of story. Okay? You don't need to explain any further. All right? So, let me know how that makes sense to you, and I hope the reading helps you. All right, moving on to Capricorn, 2544 roughly. Hi, Capricorn. Thanks for joining us. If you're skipping ahead, remember to watch the intro of the video as well. My software is being funny today, so please bear with me. Nine of Swords. Something's got you anxious. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn in the week ahead? Give me strength. What's going on with Capricorn in the week ahead? So we have the World as the situation, Temperance as the challenge, Justice in the outcome, all majors. Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of financial success, especially if you own your own business, but not necessarily. Could also be a focus on yourself, your health, your appearance, your home, your environment, okay, making that more beautiful. There's also a sense of accomplishment, a sense of contentment, if I have more than I could possibly need with this energy. With the World here, for some of you, this is where you're moving and now you're investing time kind of beautifying the new place, making it your home, making it comfortable. For others of you, this is some sort of a realization, achieving a big goal, the ultimate goal, the last goal in a project. Okay, so it's something big is being completed, a big goal in your life. You're reaching it, you're completing it. Okay, whether it's on your personal journey, when it comes to career, even your love life, whatever it is. Okay, it's major arcana energy, so it can be anything. The challenge, we have Temperance. Timing might be an issue for some of you, or I feel like you've completed something and now you have more time on your hands and you don't know what to do with it type situation. For those of you, this could be a Sagittarius that's being challenging at this time. I also see where, for some of you, the goal, you've been doing things on your own and being successful, but for whatever reason, because you've completed this big task that you set for yourself, for you now, you're looking at what you're going to do next, and it may involve teaming up with someone else, and you're struggling with that because, like I said, you're used to doing things yourself, by yourself. So for some of you, the challenge is you're going to have to team up with someone else temporarily and meet in the middle, compromise, that kind of energy, and you're not quite sure you can do that or you want to do that, okay? Or this is vice versa, take it as it resonates, I always say, where someone else has to work with you and they're not pulling their weight, and it's down to you to do the work. In the outcome, we have the Justice card, so be mindful that your choices have consequences at this time, especially at this time. This could be a contract, okay, signing a contract, teaming up with someone, collaborating with someone, or if it's on a personal level, this is where you have a sit down, a negotiation, and you split your roles, or you clarify your roles. I'm going to do this, you're responsible for that. Honestly, software is driving me insane. But the bottom line is, make sure whatever it is that you're signing on to is fair, because the challenge is meeting in the middle, the challenge is being balanced. It could also be a situation where you're doing very well, you're very successful in what you're doing, and someone else is trying to kind of hitch to your wagon, but they don't really have that much to offer. Does that make sense? However that makes sense, whether it's with business or in love life or whatever. They don't have that much to offer, but they want to be on your level. And so if you were to team up with this person in whatever capacity, it wouldn't be fair, okay? You would be putting more work than them. You would be bringing more money to the table than them. You would be making more investment or bigger investments than this person. But then the reward would have to be split 50-50. Does that make sense? So just be careful what you're signing on to. Let's clarify for Capricorn. The Knight of Cups with the World, Temperance, Two of Cups. Yeah, see? And Justice, Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're going to walk away from something, because whether this is someone trying to come back into your life in a romantic capacity, or as a friend, or even a sibling, and they're trying to get closer to you, or ask you to team up with them, or ask you to help them in a situation, I feel like what they're looking for is to actually pass it more to you, for you to deal with it. Okay, so just be careful, because we have the Knight of Cups with the World. Someone is coming in, making some sort of an offer to you. The Knight of Cups is someone who, they're very idealistic, they're very romantic, they know what to say, they're very dreamy. Okay, so it's very tempting, right? Someone trying to seduce you into doing something. The challenge, Temperance with the Two of Cups, it's like, it's not fair. It wouldn't be fair. Okay, they're talking about a fair and balanced partnership, where you both reap rewards equally. But with the Temperance card there, the input wouldn't be balanced. Okay, it would be off-sided. More on your side, more to do, more to bring to the table. So I feel like with the Justice card and the Eight of Cups and the outcome, you're saying no to someone and you're walking away from the situation. Okay, this could also be if it's a relationship and someone keeps promising you commitment and they never deliver. This could be where you break up with that person, or you look at filing for divorce if it's a marriage, or you look at a legal separation here. Okay, splitting assets type thing, because they keep making promises. They keep promising the world, literally, and they keep you waiting. They just keep you waiting. They never deliver. Okay, so this could be a situation where for some of you, you're walking away from something, whether it's romantic or with business or even a friendship, where someone just keeps making promises to you, but you're the only one doing the work. You're keeping up your end of the deal. They're not keeping up theirs. And I feel like you're cutting ties with that person at this time. So let's get further clarification for Capricorn for the week ahead. We have the Knight of Swords in the situation. We have Death as the challenge. And Seven of Swords in the outcome. Yeah, they know what they're doing. Seven of Pentacles. You keep waiting. You keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Giving this person chance after chance after chance to do better, to be better, to keep their promises. But this could be a conflict, right? Because they're like they're trying to play on your emotions and be dreamy about it, which also means kind of vague, right? And this is you with the Knight of Swords saying, no, I want it in writing. No, I want this clear. No, I want this cleared up. Ask questions and be like, I want this answered, that answered. I want to see this by that time. Okay, you're getting very specific with it. And it may cause a conflict. It will cause a conflict. Because they can't deliver. They just can't deliver. Okay, so this could be ultimatum energy as well. And the challenge here, you don't want to walk away from this, because this has been, at some point, right, at one point, it was a beautiful connection. You saw a lot of potential in this relationship, or in this business opportunity, or in this job, or within this team. Okay, you saw a lot of potential, and you were working hard to achieve the goals that both of you agreed to achieve, but then they kept falling short, right? So the challenge is to actually end this and completely walk away from it. Because like I say, deep down, it's not something you want to do. And I feel like that's what this person is banking on, right? Capricorn's not going to walk away from this because they want this. And as long as I keep promising them and, kind of doing small things here and there to show them, that I might mean what I say, right? But if you look at exactly what they're doing, it's irrelevant. Does that make sense? It's not what they promised. It's not what matters, right? Does that make sense? It's like when you're telling someone, look, this relationship isn't working. I'm not happy. Our roles are not balanced. I do everything for you. You don't do anything for me. You take me for granted. And this person keeps promising you, no, I'll do better. I'll be better. Look, I want to buy a house with you. Look, I want us to have children. Look, I want us to get married. And you're like, okay, yeah, but that doesn't change the issue. that you're not actually doing any of that. You're not working towards that. It's just me hanging in here pretty much and giving you chances. And then they show up the next day with a bouquet of flowers, like that's going to fix everything, right? We're not discussing anything, but here's some beautiful flowers for you because this is how much I love you. And you're like, well, that doesn't change anything. Does that make sense? It's like, I appreciate the gesture, but it doesn't, you know? But with the Seven of Swords, they know, like I say, they know what to say and how to play you. And they keep hoping they get away with it for as long as possible. But actually with Seven of Pentacles, they don't really have intention to act on what they're saying, right? They're like, I'll say this and see if it works. I'll do this and see if it works, okay? So Capricorn, you might be dealing with this, looking at this, and cutting ties, walking away from a completely one-sided situation, whether it's with love or whatever else it could be for you, okay? It could also be with friends, with family, how you allow people to treat you, okay? One more for Capricorn for the week ahead. Because this could also be like a dynamic with friends and family, you know, where you're like, everyone's like, go to Capricorn. Capricorn will fix your problems. Capricorn will help you. Capricorn will give you the answers. Capricorn will do the work for you because, you know, they care about you or whatnot. And this could be a whole big transformation where you're saying to yourself as well as others, no, this is no longer acceptable, right? Bottom of the deck. Daniel, I am the angel of marriage and I'm assisting you right now. So for some of you, this is going on within a marriage, within a relationship. It's to do with a commitment that is promised to you and never delivered. Okay, so it could also be with work or whatever else. Vanessa, to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it? So you've been going back and forth about this, and this is telling you already know what you need to do here. You already know what the right thing to do, what the fair thing to do is. And if you're still confused with the Justice card there, it's telling you, just honestly put it on paper if you have to. Do pros and cons. Do what I'm putting into the situation versus what I'm getting out of it. And that will be very clear and in your face, the imbalance of it. You know what I mean? It will make your decision easier. And we have Ray, yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. So you just need to walk away from this, okay? You just need some peace from this, get some distance to get some perspective, okay? So that's also advice on how to get answers or how to get clarification on what the right thing to do is here, right? Take a step back to gain perspective. You already know what needs to happen here, but I feel like you're not sure. What you're not sure on is whether or not the other person knows what they're doing, if they're doing it intentionally, like sugarcoating things or making promises they know they're not going to keep, or if it's just a case of, you know what, they're just really struggling. They fully intend to keep their promises, but they're struggling. I feel like that's a deciding factor for you here in how patient you're going to be with this person or how you're going to approach the situation, okay? But I mean, I'll leave it with you. It's not easy, but yeah, like I say, if it is what it is. Whether or not something had potential at one point or another shouldn't decide how you approach that situation for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? If someone has potential but they never fully do the work to actually achieve that potential, you know, what does that leave you with? Because you keep giving this person or the situation time and chances to be better, to do better. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. And sometimes it's because it physically can't, right? This is as far as it can go for whatever reason. And we just have to make our decisions accordingly, okay? So I'll leave that with you. I hope this helps. Looking forward to your thoughts. Make the most of the week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.